right, cool. What are you doing this time?
Gary, I'm annoyed.
Oh.
Yeah.
What else is new?
It's always something. No. Just thank you for coming over. Can you believe this fence? Look at it. Man. Look at it. I had written game names all over this, but some fucking kids came up and they painted it white.
Kids love painting fences.
It's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest thing. And I spent so much time, with Google open, just on my phone, writing game names up here just in case we needed to randomize something.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. The kids are a menace. Some kids. Do you think it's Dennis Furia? Oh, because he does have menace DNA.
He does. Yeah, no, and he does have 3 kids.
Or maybe one of his kids.
He does have 3 kids who all plausibly could have. One of them's pretty young, but at least the first 2 could have plausibly had a hand in this.
You can be pretty young and still paint.
Yeah.
And if you can't actually manually manipulate implements of paint, you can be an implement of paint.
Yes.
If you're that age.
Yeah.
Paint or be painted. It
would be weird for them to be in town and not tell me. But
yes.
But
it's a menace. Menace behavior.
Yeah.
Menace coded.
I got the sandblaster out, and we're gonna strip this thing and see if we can salvage it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds good.
All right. So can you do me a favor and turn that on?
Yeah.
All right. And just let's get started here. Let's give it a satisfying blast away. Shit! A fuse blow. Man. Yeah, no, I don't think we're coming back from this one. But I did uncover a game. Which one?
As long as you just got one, that's all we need.
Yeah.
It's the Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Oh, apropos.
Huh. Yeah, for the NES.
Okay.
Huh. My name is Gary Butterfield.
My name is Cole Ross.
And welcome to Abject Suffering. Listen carefully, because hidden in this episode are the ingredients for the poison you just drank.
Just an FYI, not the ingredients for the antidote for the poison?
No, the randomization literally says the ingredients for the poison.
Okay. You have something to tell the doctors. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they meant antidote, but it doesn't matter.
You got to read what's on the page, right?
You got to read what's on the page.
Yeah.
Ultimately. We're talking about the Tom Sawyer NES game, not to be confused for the Famicom Tom Sawyer game, the RPG made by Square, named by IGN as the 4th most racist video game in history.
What's number 1? Did you look?
Or UGO ranked it number 4, noted as IGN as one of the more as a racist game.
Yeah. I was, so I didn't learn about Square's Tom Sawyer RPG until I read that JRPG book that that Bitmap put out. That is a good volume. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, the people in Japan, they know about the story of Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn. We have these mischievous young kids. Oh, there's probably a lot they could do with that. Yeah, no, that would actually be like a nice wholesome thing. And then I remembered, and then a chill struck me, Gary. Like, oh no.
it's I'm going to say something, and this is American companies do this shit too.
Yes,
I'm going to say that a lot of Japanese media doesn't have the best history with blackface.
Yeah.
With your Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Or what have you. Like the design of a character who is, a minstrel show character. Just the idea that that's no good.
Yeah.
It just took a while to get over.
Yes. Yeah.
The website, I found the article, the 11 most racist video games, but only the first page will show it to me.
Okay.
I can only see the first page. Custer's Revenge is number 10.
What?
And 9 is Scribblenauts.
What the fuck?
Because at one point you could put in the word Sambo.
Yeah.
And it made a character who wielded a watermelon.
Yeah.
Good fucking Lord.
Yeah. That was a controversy around the time. There were articles and stuff about that. Like apparently, it was like
that.
The justification was it was like a translation thing. Like it's like a translation and slang or whatever. Terrible look.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woof.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I can't look at the rest of them for some reason.
Huh.
The other, if you click to further pages, I get a 404.
Huh.
I really wanted to find out what the most racist game of all time was.
I mean, if you're putting Custer's Revenge at 10, like,
well, the thing also about Custer's Revenge, like Custer's Revenge is awful, obviously, but I would say if you were like charting its awfulness DNA,
it would be
like
the
55% of it's sex assault.
It would be the rate. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's it's absolutely a gross game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not racist, but like it's, it has other things going on.
It's
I guess as well. Distracting.
It is all let's say bad. Different things hit your eyes first.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it kind of dilutes it. It's like they was too spicy and they added acid.
Yeah. Don't care for that one bit.
No.
I'm pulling this up on Wayback Machine. I really want to know what the most racist game. 404 not
really
found.
Want to know too.
Come the fuck on.
I bet you, and if I just Google most racist game, this isn't going to go well. But I'm going to do it.
No. I need to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No.
What?
Ethnic cleansing video game.
Oh, yeah. Then you get into like the Kyle Rittenhouse
games are meant to be.
Yeah.
Games that set out to be.
Right.
That like you really just need accidental. Racism if you're going to do this.
Yeah, like if your list includes Zog's Revenge, it's like, yeah, they're like really hateful people.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. And now I'm depressed.
NPR had an article about how Street Fighter 2 is the most racist nostalgic video game ever.
Oh, for Punch-Out reasons?
Yeah, for Punch-Out reasons.
Yeah.
Ignoring Punch-Out, which I would consider to be probably a little bit more offensive than Street Fighter 2 in that respect. The reason why we're talking about that instead of this version of Tom Sawyer is because there's nothing to this.
Yeah, this is one of the more bare bones platformers I've seen. Also one of the more frustrating.
It's because this version of it, they rearranged the levels from the Japanese to the American version. You start on the last level in this.
Huh.
They took what would be the final level of the Famicom version and made it the first level of this. So thus it is... Like, it's very frustrating, it's very badly designed.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, the reason why it's really poorly designed. But it's also as hard as this game is supposed to be.
Okay.
It starts with that.
Yeah.
Which is real weird.
Huh. Yeah, so there's the line. Inexplicably, the level order has changed in the English version.
Yes.
Inexplicably. And then
I found this out from Crontendo.
Okay.
I remember the Crontendo on this. I was like, oh, yeah.
Huh.
And the reason why I remembered is because when I found that at the end of this first level, if you get to the end, you fight a gigantic octopus.
Yeah.
And that being the actual final level of the Adventures of Tom Sawyer is you slay a gigantic Mega Man-ass octopus is kind of funny to me.
Yeah. And so there's missing information in that if I saw that, I would also be confused. This is based on an anime. It is an anime called The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. And it's and man, there are 49 episodes. It literally just does take like Tom Sawyer in this pastiche of the American South, and then you get you get episodes with the like the name of like the magic spell, the professor, reconciliation. And there's expanded Mark Twain stuff here. So there's the frog race there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
The celebrated frog of Calaveras County.
Yeah.
Eventually you go to become a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court.
Yeah. The episode 37 is Goodbye, Arthur. Yeah.
Yeah.
So makes sense to me a little bit.
It makes sense in the way like it all follows that it would happen, in that but it's also, who is the audience for this? That's weird. To me,
it's one of those things where like you find out just like Hitler fucking loved these like fabulous novels about the American West. Like people just really, really fucking love cowboys elsewhere.
Yeah.
Or they did like well after Westerns had their sell by date here. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. Like the kind of exoticizing.
Yeah.
It happens like
no,
happens a lot with American release games as well.
It happens the other way.
Yeah.
It's
like we do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, like a 52 episode anime about Tom Sawyer sounds horrible to me. And the video game, the whole thing's a fucking dream.
Yes.
You don't actually do anything.
Nope.
You just go to sleep and have a generic platformer and then wake up. Like there's no Tom Sawyering to be done. Like on one point you're on a little raft, but this ends with like a pirate ship. Like you're not doing Tom Sawyer shit.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Like not that I don't know what a video game would be where you do Tom Sawyer shit, because like Tom Sawyer shit is racism of the times plus like being a layabout.
Yeah. It's trying not to be seen at a funeral,
Yes. A lot of that. Like I remember trying not to be seen at a funeral. A lot of shit about, fence painting.
Yeah. The main villain in this is somebody who I'm going to say slur for indigenous peoples, Joe.
Yes. That's not good. It does have, however, I'm going to shunt us into on-topic things. We can certainly digress after this. But I have this open and I have to get it out. For me, we have reached a new type and high of GameFAQs thing.
Okay.
In this review title and premise from Pink Kirby.
Let me see if I have this one open.
The review title is Save Your Sanity, Read the Book Instead. Now, the idea of positioning this as a possible alternative to reading the book is very funny to me. I really like it.
All this does is put me in the shoes of like a kid who thought that playing this game would be prep, like would be the
yes. Can I do a book report on this, please?
Yeah. My favorite part was when Tom threw a rock at the pirates, but they kept jumping over it.
They kept jumping over it. My favorite part was when the mouse spawned in my hitbox and it died instantly.
My favorite part was when you hit the mouse with a rock and then it shatters apart like glass and then reassembles like it's a fucking T-1000.
Like Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, like rats do.
Yeah. Overall, a 3 out of 10. This game is an insult to Mark Twain. Even if you're not into reading, doing anything is better than playing this cursed game. Respect Mark Twain and avoid this game like the plague. I'd rather be forced to endure a lecture from Tom Sawyer's aunt than have to play this game again.
They're pulling deep science here.
Who is this guy?
Well, I mean, we can find out.
Pink Kirby?
We can find out what Pink Kirby's up to. What's Pink Kirby's whole steez?
Oh, goodness. Hasn't logged in since 2005.
Okay.
It was only active for one fabulous year.
Oh, 19 years ago.
19 years ago, for 1 year, Pink Kirby blessed us with his literary take.
Yeah.
Their literary take on video games.
Wrote 2 facts for Shadowgate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Save your time. Read the World's Power.
Save your time. Play Shadowgate 64.
Yeah.
I need to see if anything else takes this really indignant tone. Anything else that's like an adaptation that they're picking. Okay, here's Bart versus the Space Mutants. Oh god, and it does that thing.
Is it an insult to Bart?
Don't have a purple cow, man. Insult. Yeah.
Ooh, Majora's Mask. This game is a cruel joke.
So what I'm getting here is that Pink Kirby is very hard to please.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really didn't like Krusty's Super Funhouse.
No.
Krusty's Super Funhouse is pretty fun.
Huh.
Loves Pokemon Stadium. Yeah, this is bad taste.
Yeah.
Loves Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. I like that.
Okay.
Like it's not a 10 in real life.
Gives an 8.
I got to hand it to somebody who gives it a 10.
Gives an 8 to Quicks, which is good.
Yeah. A 1 to Highlight. I am into this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's but I just really like I was gonna read this classic of American literature, this meandering classic.
Yeah. For some reason in my 40s, I thought I'd get around to it.
Yeah, I figured this is the time. If not now, when? The best time to plant a tree is, in middle school. The second best time to plant a tree is right now. Instead though, I played the game and got my story from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pink Kirby defending the honor, just stepping up. Like,
this game is an insult to Mark Twain.
Samuel is not around anymore to defend himself, so I need to take up the mantle.
Yeah. Out of all the things that happened to Samuel Clemens, this video game being made seems like the worst thing.
Yeah.
That a weird old guy. The reason why this is bad, we talked about how we get into that. Things telefrag you constantly in this.
Oh yeah.
Things spawn right on top of you. Like it has this real weird, you're too close up and the draw distance, like things will just kind of appear already on frame. Like they won't necessarily transition, gracefully.
It's
frame.
It's one of those things where like we by playing it in emulation, we are not seeing like that edge spawning. I guarantee you was hidden by the overscan.
Yeah. Yep, very much so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an awful video game.
No,
there's nothing to talk about as a video game. It's just weird that it exists.
Your one ability is to throw rocks, and in the first level, everything can instantly avoid it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have input reading.
Yeah. Don't care for it. Unlike AC/DC Rules 1, who in the review says, a great game. For whatever reason or another, Adventures of Tom Sawyer is a game that doesn't get the respect that it deserves. Most people call it a cheap carbon copy of Mario. But this game is much more than that.
Yeah. It's a lot less than Mario, I would say.
Yeah. If you can't find a copy to buy, then at least borrow a copy from a friend who owns this game.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they continue this franchise.
Okay.
Someday, like this gets a revival.
Okay. Just picking back up Tom Sawyer again.
Yeah. Right where we left it.
Okay.
I'm kind of surprised. You know how we talk about Let It Die all the time?
Yes.
On this network. One of the weirdest things to not die, I think, and this is prepping for the Plague Inc. episode we're recording next week, is Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
And one of the reasons, that I think it's super strange that there always has to be a Planet of the Apes is because it had a failed revival.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then it has this very successful revival. I wouldn't be too surprised if like at some point in our lifetime, someone's like, I don't know, fuck it, Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
And we just get some Tom Sawyer bullshit.
Yeah.
Because
tales from the public domain.
Yes. Perpetual everything.
Yeah.
If you have heard of it, it must be a thing. Continually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that there have been like attempted revivals. Somebody has like pitched that, but like
as a movie or like a gritty miniseries.
It's called Thomas.
Called Thomas Sawyer. And it or there's probably, and the more charitable version of this is there are probably interesting books that are written from Jim's perspective.
Yeah.
In this, there probably are more interesting things that happened with that, but I'm just, feeling cynical about, the world that gave us Tom Sawyer No Boken.
Man.
Doesn't seem great.
No.
I went, wink, nod, to see Beetlejuice the musical.
You naughty boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just hasn't, I foreshadowed it and it hasn't really come up on shows. So there's not a whole lot of story there. I just wanted to give people closure in case they were wondering how like the hand job and the awkward senator petting was.
Okay.
Like you've seen that video.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I really am pretty obsessed with the way that guy feels up Bobert. During that.
He's not committed.
It's kind of pats generally in her chest and is like, is this good, Congresswoman? How's this?
It's
is this good? Is this good? Do you like this? Does it feel good?
It is not done with direction or care.
No.
Is what I would say.
It's it's second screen hand jobs. Like you're like the full attention is not on it.
Yeah.
You're doing a Rubik's Cube with one hand and you're feeling somebody up with the other.
Yeah. If you remember what happened to that children's musical, you were not doing this right. There are a lot of movies from high school that I remember like the first third of.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is, so anywho, I saw that musical though.
Yeah.
The one thing I wanted to tell you about that was, and I didn't particularly like it. It's fine. Production values are good. It's not mean enough. Everyone gets a weird arc.
Ugh.
Like everyone gets an arc and gets closure in it. They go out of their way to not really make anybody a bad guy. Like it's pretty frustrating. But so a lot of people came to this dressed as Beetlejuice.
Okay.
I found that a little bit weird, but not so weird.
I mean, if you knew that was the case, you were going to come a sports juice, right?
If I knew that, it would be pretty great.
Was it Beetle Sports? I forget the character.
It's sports juice.
Okay.
But I didn't want, I went to this because Liv wanted me to.
Yes.
I didn't want to, I also didn't want to be perceived at this. I've now been to a couple of these big musicals.
Okay.
I've been to 3 now.
All right.
And it's a crowd,
Yeah.
So somebody is dressed up as Beetlejuice. Intermission. We're all waiting in line for the bathroom. The Keller Auditorium, if you know Portland, you know Keller Auditorium, has one of the worst bathroom situations of any, high capacity place I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's a fine bathroom, but there's one bathroom at the top of stairs. There's a men's room on one side, a women's room on the other side. And you have to the line was across the lobby.
Oh no.
And you have to go upstairs. There are multiple like resting couches along the way, in case
you're tired. Overtaken.
While I was waiting for this, somebody in the most accurate Beetlejuice costume at the play,
okay,
walked up to the guy behind me and goes, "Oh, is this where you get a ticket to put in to go to the bathroom?" And nothing happened.
Okay, all right.
Then I watched him walk up to somebody 5 people in front of me, do the same line, and then somebody 10 people in front of me do the same line. Like he was cooking and he was going to find somebody to respond to this joke.
He was cooking. He was going to find somebody who would eat. Yeah.
Yeah. It was awful.
Oh my God.
I don't know if he thought maybe the joke was good enough. Somebody would let him cut in line.
I don't know. That's a weird play.
It's also not a Beetlejuice joke.
It's also
Beetlejuice would make
it's also not a good joke.
No, like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like it was all, and I was just like, this is, there's a certain level of cringe you just endure.
Yeah.
In musicals, like that's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
It's right.
It's the nature of the beast.
Uh-huh.
But this was, somebody doing it like freelance.
I almost want to say you want to admire it because it's strictly for the love of the game.
Sure, but it's a bad game and it's a bad love.
It's Unipiper adjacent. Like, okay,
it's Univiper adjacent, but nobody liked it.
I like Univiper.
Yes, the Univiper shit. I didn't even realize I said that. That's great. The Solo XL Univiper. The Unipiper is weird. Like I don't like the Unipiper, but everyone loves him. Everyone goes absolutely apeshit.
No.
Right?
People defend him. God damn.
This was like trying to make a Unipiper as bathroom line Beetlejuice, and it just didn't have the staying power that Unipiper did. It didn't have legs.
I don't know why I'm trying to justify this person's shtick. Were they at least trying to delight children?
No. Surprise! So children's musical was a fun thing to pull out to make Laura Boebert seem awful.
Okay.
No children at this thing. It's not really a children's musical.
Okay.
It's a musical for NPR people.
Oh, right.
And like people who love the Daily Show, but in like Bush era Daily Show.
Right.
Like all of the subversive elements to it were like NPR subversive, like, very safe, subversive jokes like, oh, Beetlejuice is going to talk about doing coke.
Yeah.
That'll get a big laugh. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah. Ugh.
So like, no kids. It's not really a kid's musical.
I'm just so annoyed because the Beetlejuice joke in that instance would just be to walk up right next to the line and then just let her rip, just like take a piss and then the piss, and then the piss dissolves a hole in the floor like it's alien blood.
That's great.
Yeah.
Or you just piss while walking up the line.
Yeah.
I'm just going to the bathroom now. Need your goals. And like that would be fine. There's a lot of things he could have done to inhabit the character more.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been acceptable, but I would have respected more.
What made
this guy was leaving respect on the table?
What made the costume accurate?
Good makeup.
Okay.
Not professional makeup, but semi-good makeup.
Okay.
And then appropriate hair. The Beetlejuice from Beetlejuice the musical has a big pompadour for some reason. This one looked more like a screen Beetlejuice. To me.
Okay. That's I imagine the pompadour is, you want that for obviously control and sightline control, like the
Sure.
shag on a Beetlejuice, possibly under the lights, might flop down. And also you probably want to be able to somehow conceal if they were
for microphones.
Yeah.
Like they conceal. The weirdest thing is everyone had their mic concealed in their hair.
Okay.
Which is, how you do it now. And the guy who played Adam, who played the Adam Baldwin character, didn't have it concealed. It just went down on.
Sorry, you said Adam Baldwin. Alec.
Adam, played by Alec. Just had the mic hanging down in the middle of his forehead.
Huh.
Like it wasn't concealed at all. So he just looked like he had like. He was
wearing a weird little circlet like Terra from
like he was an angler.
Yeah.
Like he was an angler fish.
Yeah.
Like it made him look like Clark Kent. It looked like a weird little spit curl.
I mean, like
for some reason.
I've been in a musical where I've been mic'd. You literally it's transparent and then you make up over it. Like there are ways to do that. That is what kind of Mickey Mouse production is this?
The production value is really good.
Huh?
They had a sandworm. They had a big giant mechanical sandworm. I mean, it was pretty fun.
Okay, so they didn't cop out and do the projection on the back wall.
No, they didn't do the projection for that. Yeah. There were projection elements of it, and it makes the plot of Beetlejuice it cut out a lot of cool shit. That I would have liked to have seen and stuff. And then what they did to my boy Otho. I love Otho, but a lot of the characters are very broad parodies in this, and Otho is just like a scammy. In the movies is a scammy, supernaturalist too, but in this he is, it just played to 11. Yeah. It's a musical because that's all musicals do.
Right. It's kind of the only lever they have to pull. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's musicals not for me. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad who likes them. This one, out of the three I've seen, I liked this less than I liked Cats.
Okay.
Mostly because I care about the source material, Beetlejuice.
Right. Yeah. So you had more to be disappointed with here.
Yes.
Yeah. You were more sensitive to the changes. My favorite idea, of any of this, I just like the idea of Jeffrey Jones being so poisoned because of because of his atrocities that no adaptation of Beetlejuice going forward will have Charles Dietz in it.
They always I thought about that too because they kill him in the sequel and stuff. This sent me down a little Jeffrey Jones hole. Ugh. Not the one that got a horrible way, because I wanted to find out what he actually did.
Yeah.
And not because I want to be like, oh, this is just a little child work. Like I'm not trying to excuse him.
No,
I just want to know what it was.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Uh-huh.
The two things I found that were interesting is one, the reason he was led to him, the reason the police investigated him and all was part of the wrapped up in the Paul Rubens stuff.
Oh,
and I couldn't find details about that. That's according to Wikipedia, so I don't know if it's strictly true.
Yeah,
but that's interesting to me.
Huh.
And then what he had, done, the reason why he still he didn't absolutely implode, he still did some work after that.
Yeah.
And everything, even though he never went anywhere, is in part because he didn't do any activity. He hired a kid he took pictures, which is horrible. I'm not trying to make that sound fine.
No, that's how that
absolutely
stuff is,
terrible.
That's how that stuff is made.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah,
it's how it starts. Yeah, and that's how it's made, and awful.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a big pillar of his defense. Was real weird. He got charged I'm absolutely guilty of this. I'm not guilty at all of this. And it was just kind of interesting to see.
So he was trying to say, okay, yeah, he was like a technicality kind of deal.
Yeah. Or just trying to minimize it.
Yeah.
A little bit. But yeah.
Fucking gross.
The guy in the play version of Charles Dietz, that guy was probably the best actor on there and got the biggest laughs. He had a lot of energy like Elaine's boss.
Oh yeah. No, it's a good role. In the movie, it's a fun role.
It was very different than how Jeffrey Jones does it.
Yeah.
Because again, everybo's real big in this. But he kind of played it as Elaine's boss, which kind of worked a little bit better.
Peterman. Yeah.
Peterman, exactly.
God, this mugshot of Jones is chilling. Good Lord.
I seen that as well when I went down the Jones hole.
Huh.
It's pretty rough looking.
I'm kind of surprised.
That look in your eye of just my life is over.
Yeah. Still alive. This guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, 78 or something.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah. In terms of God, being canceled, committing a major crime and being convicted of it. It's not canceled.
No.
But he did the one thing I'll say, and you don't have to hand it to
God
him.
damn it, Gary. Okay.
No. Here, I'm going to bring you, trust me.
Okay.
I'm cooking.
Don't pre-hedge. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cooking. You got to trust me.
Okay.
He, he did the thing that everyone should do when this happens, and that's just disappear.
Yes.
Like there's a way to handle this kind of bullshit with less dignity, aka the Kevin Spacey. I make a video Christmas card in character.
Yeah,
like once a year.
The Kevin Spacey. I will try and deflect from the allegations of sexual assault by choosing this very moment to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That kind of shit. And you don't have to hand it Jeffrey Jones for any reason or anything. I just think more monsters should do that. Not just because it'd be better for them, but also I just want to stop hearing about the monsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you go away and this happens, it's over.
This was well before it could become a grift, right?
Yeah. That's absolutely the case.
Yeah. And that's not like infinite, like how much have you heard from Milo Yiannopoulos recently? Kind of thing. But like that is why that's there. It's because it's why you see it so frequently, is because it's there so people will try it,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like what fucking Grums or whatever, Gamergate 2.0 guy, like doing this big long post about, you're going to see some allegations here.
Yes.
I've got no idea if that's come out, but it's, the classic, like, foaming the runway kind of thing. Like, just like, pre in advance, I'm such a big target that they're bringing out the big guns kind of deal. Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
Shitty people.
They absolutely garbage people.
Did Liv?
This is
good.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, did Liv have a good time at the musical?
She did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it wasn't like pulling teeth or anything. I just it's not for me.
Yeah.
I basically explained, like, in terms of like couples currency, like how you get to take your partner to stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a voucher. You can do this like once a year. Like I will go see whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because you like, I just don't want to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And it felt fair to me after her no more Tim Heidecker things proclamation.
Oh no.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's okay. I got you. Like I understand.
Yeah. That's that's an activity for different folks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There were irritating things in the lore. Like the lore, for some reason, because they needed a villain and they didn't want to make Beetlejuice the villain because he's kind of, he's one of the main characters.
Yeah.
They made, in the lore, they made him complain about his mother being off all the time. And his mother turned out to be Juno, your caseworker, who looked like a human cartoon version of like a Duckman character. like crouched over, like old lady who was the villain who was trying to get everybody. And it was like the villain in the end. And I'm like, and she was his mother. Like they retconned that into it. So like Juno's his mother and she's awful.
Okay.
To take heat off of Beetlejuice, the pedophile demon.
Right. Because like Beetlejuice is weirdly structured, especially if you understand, especially if you saw like the fact that they made a cartoon where he was the main character and best friends with Lydia. After that,
yes.
Like that was
super weird.
Yeah,
we used to be married,
but like headline character, definitely the person that you're most supposed to like latch on to. The thing everybody remembers from the movie named after him. He is the villain, right?
Yes,
like
he's certainly the villain. He's the central antagonist of the movie.
Yeah.
Like it just showed a shocking misunderstanding to have him come back and break good at the end.
Yes.
Because he was likable. Like it was the kind of toothless NPR bullshit that the whole thing was.
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda ass.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Did Beetlejuice at any point like rap about the Louisiana Purchase?
Sadly no.
Okay.
The way they handle the pedophilia
of
Beetlejuice was every time he said he wanted to murder or marry Lydia, everyone would go, what? And he'd go, like a green card thing. And then that's it.
God,
that happened every time.
Come on.
And it's like, it doesn't make it cool to do it for a green card.
Also, doesn't make sense.
Also, it doesn't make sense. And it's also kind of like, I don't know, have some fucking courage, I guess. Like, I'm not into, like, I know this episode might seem like I'm very defensive of pedophiles.
Good Lord, Gary.
I promise I'm not. But I think that Beetlejuice being that, like, not giving a shit about that is kind of important to Beetlejuice.
He's fucking scuzzy. Like,
yeah, he's a fucking scum. Exactly. He's a total scumbag.
Yeah.
Like that is part of him being a scumbag. Like when it reads as yipes in retrospect, it reads as more yipes because we're more aware of that shit.
Well, but also
we're more plugged into it.
I don't know.
But it was always yipes.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be yipes.
It was always
yipes
bad.
all the way down.
It was always bad.
Yeah.
I saw it in the 90s and I had no, like whatever, what do I care? But it's just like, not right into it all. I was like, oh my God, this is, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I don't like it because I don't like Beetlejuice, but I kind of find Beetlejuice fun to watch and charismatic because, the performance is great. That's Beetlejuice's trick.
Yes.
You don't need to redeem a Beetlejuice.
No, not at all.
As a thing. It's just really silly.
You also need to give him like a weirdly Freudian excuse. Like, oh my gosh.
The weird anti-mom stuff that came out of nowhere is really strange in it.
Huh. Mom
blame his mother for his condition.
Yeah, mom can destroy you, but like, I don't know. It just seems weird for the character.
Well, yeah. And it's just not what it's about.
No.
They're trying to tie it together because it was really doubling down on Lydia's trauma over her mom.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is barely in the movie, like Lydia is very surfaced. It's all Lydia and Beetlejuice show in the musical.
Right.
Whereas I consider the movie, Lydia is a main character, but I also feel like it's shared with the Maitlands.
Yeah.
Like it's like, Maitlands, Lydia, and Beetlejuice are the four main characters.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause
that movie.
Because she gets the fascination. She learns to contact them. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's their point of view thing.
Yeah.
As I'm going through that. That stuff was backseated. In favor of Lydia's trauma.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah. Like what specific trauma? Just this mom who doesn't care about her kind of thing? Or
the mom who died and not liking the stepmom.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. I forgot about that detail. Fuck.
But and also in this one, the stepmom is like pretty nice.
Oh.
That also sucked because everybody has to be nice and good because it's that kind of toothless,
we all need to come out for the final musical number. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we have to like everybody, So Lydia was, or not Lydia, what's her name? Catherine O'Hara's character.
Delia.
Delia was like, again, just a big broad parody of like a hippie, but was like generally pretty well meaning and liked her stepdaughter. And her and Charles were very in love in this one. Like there was a running thing that they loved each other and wanted to have sex all the time and like we're way into it. So I don't know, man. It's a weird musical.
Seems misguided. Seems toothless. I don't.
Yeah, super toothless.
I'm not even
undeniably toothless.
I'm not taking it from a like you must respect Beetlejuice kind of thing. Yes. I'm not bringing the top. I'm not bringing.
This is an insult to Tim Burton.
I am not. I mean, Tim Burton's an insult to Tim Burton. Please, no, I'm not bringing the Mark Twain heat to this. But it sounds like a worse product. Like it doesn't sound as interesting. Like the meanness.
I'm generally into Beetlejuice. I think Beetlejuice is pretty fun and good.
Yeah.
And like a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, this took all the things I liked about it and replaced them with songs I thought were only okay.
Yeah.
So,
meh. Well, that's,
but I mean, to me, again, that's musicals.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
for me.
Yeah. No, that's,
excuse me. What should people do if they like the show?
If people like the show, they can get premium episodes of it, 2 of them a month, by going to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv. Backing there gets a bunch of stuff. Not just those things like whole bonus shows like Real Itch Hours, Bonfireside Chat, which is coming back for Shadow of the Erd Tree. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. It's happening. It's hip and happening over there.
It is hip and happening.
What else can they do?
They can also rate and review on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, wherever they get podcasts. Subscribe, tell their friends, post about it on internet, tell people about it, and join us in thanking our producer Gwen.
Thank you so much, Gwen.
Yeah. And then what?
And then I'm running out of them, and I got this one last because I don't necessarily get it. But here we go. And a big thanks to the sponsor of this episode, Hot Take, pronounced like take and shiitake. So Hot Taki, antifungal cream, fungus-free feet never get canceled. I don't know what you're cooking there, Hokusai.
Yeah, hopefully it's not something awful. Hopefully you didn't just like do some crypto fast shit on accident.
Hopefully. I got no idea.
It's probably just a reference that
maybe.
Young's.
No clue.
Yeah.
No clue at all.
Yeah. Maybe it's a TikTok.